Welcome back to another video. It's been a while now and I'm so excited to share a really wonderful project that I was working on. I think I've started around January and now it's finally finished and I'm finally able to share with you what I was creating. So this is my garden journal that I've created for a very close friend of mine, one of my best friends. So she lives in France and this beautiful journal is going to be sent to her tomorrow morning. So I thought that before I'm sending this journal to her, I'll be able to share a bit of what I've made in this journal. And yeah, so let's start. Okay, so the first thing is that I took a vintage book and I've painted it, and I took out all the original papers and I'm using the original papers for scraps and I just scanned some of the papers and I have them also as a digital file in my computer, but the original papers, it's not here. So I took all the papers out and it is really chunky, but I really love chunky books. I have no problem with this alligator mouth. I really love when it's so chunky because it means that really good stuff are inside. So for me it's not a problem. I know that some people really don't like it, but I really love this. So it's really big and it's also really simple. 3 holes, and it's not 3 signatures. I will talk about it later, but it is actually 2 signatures and another one for pockets. I will show you the pocket. It is this pocket. I hand sewn this with a golden wax thread, and I can put here all the goodies that I've made besides the journal, so she'll be able to use later on, like tags and ephemera and all the good stuff. Okay, so when you open the book, I kept the original internal page, and I just added a really soft doily from paper doily from Martha Stewart Crafts. It is a really old punch, but I really love it and I use it all the time. So I also wanted to add some kind of texture, so I chose a cotton piece and I just glued it with a special glue. Okay, so all of the papers beside this paper they are all colored. So the only one that I didn't color by hand is the purple one and the gold foil. That's it. All the rest of the paper, the papers were white, and I turned them into a different color. So this was white, this was white, these were white, and so on. This was white. So everything is hand painted. So this gift is a garden journal. My best friend started having a garden, and I thought, the minute I heard that she is planning to have a garden, I started working on this project for her. So it's really nice. So I started with some layers. We have this layer, which is like a shadow layer, and it's hand painted. On top is just really metallic paper that I really love, and this is embossed, but it was also white, and I painted it to be this really soft, like blue sky, I don't know. And we have the embossing here and also in the corners. And the corners are different. I don't know if you can see, but it's really nice. So the next page is the winter garden. And this is dyes. I really love this alpha dye because it's really, really tiny. Okay. So more dyes that I painted by hand, and this is a doily that I found in my stash, and all the rest were colored by hand. I used heavy cardstock, and this paper is Clairefontaine papers. They are my favorite. They are not cheap, but I really love the textures. I don't know if you can see. It has really gentle texture to it. These papers are also Clairefontaine, but this is gray, really soft gray. And this is white. Okay, moving on. So I had also this idea of having layers. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 layers. Okay. Here it's a printable that I bought, and I printed on a simple cardstock, and I don't have a really fancy printer, so I just decided to have it black and white. And here you can take this out and write something. Okay, so after I finished this page, which was fairly simple because I just dyed all the colors of the cardstock by hand, and then I just cut them. So, and I added this foam underneath, so it will have a bit of like textures look for it. So I wanted it to be fairly flat, but still with a bit of dimension. So it's only, I think, 2 foams, that's it. So after I finished this layout, I went and did this page, which again just printables, and this is a piece of vellum that I embossed and then I cut. And I really like these pockets, so you will see a lot of pockets in this journal because it was so easy. It was so easy to color the white cardstock to any color that I would want, and then just to cut it, and I put this folded cardstock as well. So it was really simple, and I really love this process of taking a white cardstock and color it. It's just really nice. Okay, so this is a printable that I ordered, and the next page is also really simple because I just had this page from a vintage book, a French book, and I just added the washi tape and this dye, metal dye that I just colored in a gradient way. I don't know if you can see it. Hold on, maybe you can see it. So it starts a bit of yellow and it goes all the way. So this is my favorite paper, and I really love the grid. I don't know if you can see, but the color of the grid is brown, so it's really beautiful, and this line is green. So moving on to the next page is also another printable, another piece of this paper, and a simple cardstock that I cut using metal dies and a simple doily. This also dies that I just used vellum. I try to keep the colors really neutrals, and I just really love this. This is like a powder pink, and it's embossed, and also that and I also cut it, so it's cut and embossed. And this is also a simple die. This is also embossed and cut. And this page I colored it using oxide, distress oxide. Most of the dies here I just painted them by using distress. So again, like the other pages, they're really simple. I kept it really simple. Okay, so now we start this phase, I don't know, the phase in the album where I started making tags. So each month it has its own tag, and most of them you can write on top. So this page I kept really simple. I just tea-dyed, and it turned out really cool. I think it adds nice texture, vibe to it. I don't know. Okay, so these are the tags for the 3 months: January, February, and March. And again, really, I think it was pretty simple. I did ink blending with the tag after I cut it, and I just, after I had all the colors, I just embossed it with an embossing folder, and I added this square where she can write, and a few of the die cuts that I made from stamps and coordinated dies. So most of them look quite the same. This is a simple stamp that I just use all the time, not just in this project, all the time, so it's really nice. Again, some spray. I'm not a big expert on spraying, but I just took one of the, I think it's Stormy Sky, I don't know, from Tim Holtz. I just sprayed, and here I didn't do anything besides coloring the tag and adding the square and the stamps. So yeah, and it goes here, and I try to keep the journal as balanced as I could. It got really chunky, but inside I try to keep it balanced. The only page that I feel a bit puzzled about is this page, because most of the page I really like. This one is really nice, and I love the fact that I kept the thread because it's dark green and that's my favorite color, and maybe she can add something on top if she wants. So I kept it on purpose, and I like this page, but this is way too colorful for me. So I like the gentle colors of these kinds of pages. When it's really muted, that's my style. Lots of cream and blush and green. But this is this is really colorful, and I think she will love it, but for me it's too colorful. So besides this dye, I just use all of these dyes. I just had them colored by hand, as you can see, and it's really nice. Let me go closer. And this is also embossed, the butterfly. So the colors are pretty muted, but still the combination is really strong. But I think it's cute. This is also colored by hand, and I added a tea-dyed paper and lace. Okay, moving on. So again, just I cut down the dye after I colored the paper. I usually do that. I just colored a simple cardstock in white cardstock without textures, and then I just cut them with my machine, whether it's my Big Shot or my cutter bag. I use them both. So, and I added this nice H. This is her initial letter, so I think it adds like a special feature to the journal. So again, I tea-dyed this page and added some scraps. Here you can see that I have this pocket. Let me go close. So I have this pocket. The pocket is embossed. So this is using an embossing folder, and I just made it as a pocket, but you can also pick it up like that. So you can see some scraps of vintage paper, this doily from a punch, and this is like a leaf that I had in my collection, and again my favorite papers. And this is also from a product packaging and some washi tape. Okay, here so I have an paper flower, and you can see that I have this tag. It is a tag from a clothing company, and I just covered the name of it with my favorite combination of doily and this is also a very cute tag, and I just stamped it with a stamp set and a black onyx black VersaFine, and the paper inside underneath it's gray paper, and this is also colored by hand, but it's really soft. Okay, so this is the tag. You can see winter, day of the week, day, month and year, the the definition of a journal, some lovely little moment, and one of my favorite stamps of leaves. That's really cool. And in my garden, and she can write. Okay, moving on. This is another page, and here I just embossed the card. It's a really lovely embossing, and just some of the scraps. I really wanted something underneath, and this is white. It's blank, so she'll be able to write and add her own things. So yeah, it's really delicate. But I really love this embossing folder, and I'm using it, you will see, throughout the journal. Okay, so I always use this die. It's one of my favorite, and the little girl, she holds leaves out of vellum. This is from a packaging, and this is also dyed. I dyed it with Stormy Sky, I think, from Tim Holtz. So it's really nice. Before I cut it down to the shape, and this is embossed as well. And this is a simple doily, but this is not a doily that I got in store. This is a die of a doily, so it's really nice. This journal was so much fun to make, especially because I was able to use my really big collection of dies. You know, I have thousands of dies in my collection, so working on this journal was really such a good experience to take out dies that I haven't used in a long time. And yeah, it was really fun. So this page, it's really simple. It has nice gold shine to it. It's gold foil and a lovely design of flowers, and I added 4 tags, and I just put them inside this pocket, and the pocket is also made out of nice paper and really cool doily, the same one as this. And I will try to take each one of them so you'll be able to see. Hold on. Okay, so each tag I just cut down the tags from a die that I have. It has different size, and this size is I think it's the largest, and I really like it. So the first one, you can see the month, and I really love this. I think it's 49 in market leaves, and it comes in a package of leaves and flowers. So I'm obsessed with green, so this is one of my favorite embellishments that I have in my collection. I don't have much, but when I do, I have to use it. So I have to use the entire package. So I knew I wanted to add this extra flower. So specimen, and you can see the seeds. She can write down what kind of seed it is, and she can write down the notes. And this is also from an embossing folder. The second one is also winter. This one is winter memories, still January, specimen, and right here, right now. in my garden, and she can write observations and notes. And I don't know if you can see, maybe here, but I just distressed this using a tool from Tim Holtz. I don't know if it's still available. I will make a video about how I make my tags if you want to see, but this is really cool. I really love that it's distressed. So this is the second one. The third one is still specimen, seeds. Here I used color. The ink, I think it's one of Catherine Puller inks, and maybe sage, I don't know, and some notes. I don't use any other inks than Catherine Puller inks or distress inks or distress oxides. I feel like they just meet my needs when it comes to colors, and yeah, I really love to use them, and they all really react really beautifully to ink blending, so I just really love to use them. So it's really simple, this one. The last one, I added a few stormy sky. I just wanted a bit of blue, so this is my favorite blue. I am not a fan of the color blue, but this is like really muted and dusty. It's really cool. And again, I just distressed the edges. Okay, so these are the tags, and I will show you how this looks. Okay, so as you can see, all the colors, all the layouts are put inside these kinds of papers, so it is direct on the paper that I sewed all the signatures inside. So all the embellishments, I just put them on top of the paper. So okay, another pocket, also tea dyed this paper. This is a simple copy paper, and I don't know how, but it is so strong after I tea dyed it, and yeah, it keeps up. I put it quite a lot of things, and still it's working. So the first one is really this cute dye that I colored, again, Stormy Sky. I think it's one of my favorites now. This is also really cute. Okay, so another tag I have, how many? I have 3. Okay, 3 tags. I used pumice stone all over them, and also gathered twigs on the edges, and this is a iced spruce, I think. And what else? And this is also Stormy Sky, so I think they look really nice. And this is a bookmark die. So this one is garden. You can see how dusty it is and how muted it is. It's so on purpose, yeah. This is my style. If I can have everything muted and dusty, I'm so happy. So we have another stamp with the date, and this is one of my favorite stamps. I use it so many times. It's so beautiful. Okay, so this is garden, this is journal, and you can put it like that. So you could put it on top of one of the pages, and it's a bookmark. So here you can see another another stamp of just lines, springtime, bloom and grow, and this cute stamp. The last one is specimen, and you can see also another stamp that you can write, and this cute bird. I really like these combinations of colors. I have here like I think 3 or 4 different shades, all from Tim Holtz Distress Oxide. So I think it blends really nice. Okay, so these are the 3 tags. Moving on, another big tag, and this time I added this lace. It is not like vintage lace or something. I think it's industrial lace, but it's still really cute. And you can see here specimen, and also one of my favorite stamps, which comes in this stamp set, comes in coordinated dies, so I use it all the time, and my favorite paper. Again, I just ink blend the edges with 2 different colors. I think most of it is just gathered twigs and maybe a bit of old paper. These are the names of the inks. Okay, so let's put it back. Okay, and this is also gold foiled, one of my favorite paper. Like, this is so beautiful. So I put all of them in this pocket and we are ready to move on. Okay, so, and I really don't mind that it comes out. I think it's really cool. In my garden, so I have here a few layers. I have this doily, which is really old. I think I have it more than 10 years. And I just love this doily so much. So in my garden, this is stamped from a big stamp set that I just use all the time. And as you can see, when I was working on this journal, I used this set really quite a lot. And you can see underneath we have this embossed butterfly. So I have this shadow of the butterfly and the detailed butterfly. And the paper is Clairefontaine, and this is also the gray. I really love this color, and it looks really nice with this color as well. Okay, this one I kept simple because I wanted the entire focus on this page, and this is my favorite page in the entire journal. So I'm obsessed with this. So this is tea dyed, this is vellum, this is a cardstock that I found and I'm obsessed with this color. This is just a simple white cardstock. This is the white cardstock that I use in the entire journal. So, and I have in the center happy gardening, because this is what I wish her. I wish that she will enjoy this so much. Okay, again, this is just as I did before. I just colored the cardstock and then I added 2 of these folded papers that she can take and write. And underneath, I don't know if you can see, underneath the pocket she has vellum, so it's from 2 sides, it's just covered. Okay, this is a simple paper that I just wanted to add. This is tea dyed as well, and I really love the texture. And this is also using the same style as before. So I think the colors are really muted. I wanted to keep it really my style, but still to have colors, because I know that my friend really loves colors. So here I added a bookmark, and I colored the bookmark, and I just added this really nice dye, and I didn't cut it from the sides because I really love that it comes out. And here are just papers that I dyed. I really love the fact that they are so different, but still they are very similar. So I have this one, and this one. Really cute. Okay, moving on. That's it. Now I can put it back to this pocket, and the pocket as well is tea dyed, and this is a foil, gold foil, cardstock paper, pattern paper, and I kept this page quite simple. I didn't put anything, so she'll be able to write. Okay, moving on. So I have here tea dye that I just added to the paper. I didn't want to add it too close to the edge. I wanted to keep it crisp. I wanted to keep the texture, so I did it on purpose. And here you can see again the tea dye that I used, and I put the dyes in my machine, and it turned out really beautiful. And also I embossed this gold. This is not my favorite gold. It is way too metallic and bold for me. I'm looking for different gold cardstock, but this is really strong. Being said, it's still really beautiful. So okay, this page, she has place to write, and you can see here this is all dyes that I used, and some tea dyed, lots of textures, and underneath it you can see this tea dyed that I embossed. Okay, this is so beautiful. I really like this combination of embossing and the tea dyed. Okay, so this page, another pocket, but this one I just used the scraps. I really love the textures. The textures of these, they're so different from each other, and just it looks so much fun to write on top of it. So I did observations with enough space to write, and garden also, and this really cute tag colored with spray. I don't know which spray it is, maybe speckled egg, I don't know, I'm not sure. But, and of course I added this cute Martha Stewart punch, doily punch. I remember that when I bought it, the punch, I was so scared that it takes so much space because it's huge, but I use it all the time, so okay, here another tea dyed paper and with different inks, and this is a stencil. And more dyes that I colored, and you can see the gradient look of it, which is really nice. And again, like I did before, you can see scraps of paper. And embossing folder. When you open it, you can see here also scraps of paper. Here we're moving a bit to summer, so we have observations and everything here is colored. She can write here. Here I wanted to keep it really simple, so I just added this doily. Okay, so we have more tags. This is tea dyed with the stencils, and this is tea dyed with dyes, and this botanical flower from 49 Market. This is a really cool tag that, as you can see, it has these lines like it's sewn. I think it's really beautiful. Okay, more tags. This is April with, I don't know if you can see the texture. And this is May. I know she really loves those flowers and the dyes because she told me. So I tried to add them as much as I could. And yeah, I actually think I should keep it like that because I really like it when it looks like that. So maybe this will go here, even though I put it in a different place. Yeah, I think I'll keep it like that. Okay. Okay, so this is another page, also tea dyed with embossing folders. I really like this combination of how imperfect the paper is, so raw and unique and special, and how this embossing is so perfect. And I added seeds. Okay, moving on. June and July. So again, just it's the same combination. I just cut down the tags, I just put the month, and I just blended all of the edges, added this cute stencil, and the square, and that's it. The paper underneath, it's here now, and this die that I used, and this is the paper that I tea dyed, and then I use it in my cutting machine. Okay, moving on to one of the last pages in the journal. So I have this page, which is pattern paper with I think dragonflies and some leaves and flowers. And yeah, I just added this page so she'll be able to write on top of this cardstock. And here again, I'm just using what really works for me. So my favorite paper, this one I kept really simple, and I have September, which is really busy, so busy, but I think it's cute, and October. So what is still needs to be done is just two things. One is to add November and December. They are still drying, and then I will add them here. And the last thing that I want to do is to add the seasons. In the beginning, I had it by separation like that, but fairly quickly I understood that I don't have enough space, so I couldn't keep the other seasons with their own page. So I think this is going to be spring, and this is going to be summer. It's going to be, I think, here, and okay, summer is going to be here, and then this is going to be autumn. No, this is going to be autumn. So I just need to add the seasons, and then I can send it to her, and I'm going to do it right now, and then I'll be able to finish it. So this is so chunky. So I promised my friend that every time she finishes one of the garden journal, she will get a new one, and I'm gonna keep this promise. So the next one, I think it's going to be less chunky, so I will probably have only one signature. It was such a great project. I enjoyed so much, and I really hope that she will love it as well. And if I'm trying to think about my favorite pages, so it will be these kinds of pages. I really like this page. and I really like the muted colors. So this is my favorite one, as I said, and also this really cool vibe. Just, yeah, this one is really nice as well, and this is really my style. So a lot of brown and green and cream, and I could use a bit of gray. But yeah, so I really enjoyed this garden journal, and I hope that you enjoy it as well. And yeah, I'm so happy that I can send it to tomorrow, and she'll be able to get it, I hope, by the end of this week. So yeah, I'm so excited. So that's it. I'm gonna keep it like that, and I will put nice music so you'll be able to see the different pages. And if you have any question, please let me know, and I will be so happy to try to answer everything. And that's it. So have a beautiful day, and we'll be in touch. So so see you soon. Bye bye.